Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your hostess, Miss Miranda Hart.
When Miranda Met Bruce. I am very excited. I will be chatting to a true television legend. Don't know if you can guess who it is. A slight clue in the title and in all the massive pictures around. I should point out, actually, this is a set. OK, it's not my home. I'm not a stalker. I don't have Brucey wallpaper all over my house. We're just in the bedroom. Moving on. No, I hope you like it. Yeah. Thank you. And I even have a house band. Get ready. It's only McFly! They are lovely. No wallpaper down there. I've just got a duvet and pillowcase. Moving on. So, hello, boys. How are you? You all right?
Very good.
Yeah?
How are you doing? You well?
OK. Shush now, please. It's not all about you. Right. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to bring on my guest. So excited. He really is one of the greats. And for those of you who don't know that, if you're a younger Strictly viewer perhaps, or for those who are stupid enough to have forgotten, you are in for a real treat as we talk through his career and celebrate his utter brilliance. So, without further ado, please welcome the one, the only, Sir Bruce Forsyth!
It was wonderful. I didn't expect that. I really didn't. But what a lovely audience.
Aren't they fabulous?
Oh, wait till your fans get here. But I tell you, before we do anything, you're much taller than I thought.
Oh, really?
Yes. Can we sit down?
Let's sit
because
instead.
I feel very dominated. I feel dominated. I'm going to get trick in my neck. OK, now. Well, this is and a nice set, as you just said.
Like
yeah.
It? It's always
and a
important
lovely
to have a
staircase.
flamingo.
It reminds me of a basement flat in Fulham.
Good. So I got you some nibbles.
Oh, really?
Bruce,
How lovely.
I didn't know whether you're a sweet or a savoury man.
I'm a savoury man.
Are you?
For certain things.
Are you?
Yes.
Well, what I did was I covered all bases.
Yes.
So I've got here Battenberg with twiglets on top.
Oh. Just Battenberg with twiglets?
Yeah. A battelet, I'm calling it. And here I've got some jammy Dodgers with cocktail sausages. So I've got some jammy sausages.
No, I think I'll pass on that.
I'm so excited to have the chance to talk about your 70 years in showbiz.
Oh,
70 years.
I can't believe it. I actually can't believe it. Thank you. Thank you.
In case you weren't aware, Sir Bruce is the longest-serving male TV entertainer of all time.
Oh.
So, before... Yes. Before we get stuck into the deets, which is youth speak for details,
Yes, oh, the deets.
Yeah,
Good,
deets.
I remember that.
Then here is a 70-second roundup of the last 70 years.
Shall we?
We certainly shall.
To see you!
Independent TV personality, Bruce Forsyth.
There may be trouble ahead.
Oh!
But while there's moonlight in love and romance,
You are such a lovely audience.
let's face the music and dance.
You are so much better than last week. Now, the minute you walked in the joint, I knew you were a man of distinction. I love working with professionals. And you've won a Brucey bonus. Let's have a look at the old scoreboard. Didn't she do well? Yes. What a points make. Yes. You're my favourite.
Incredibly proud looking at that.
After seeing that, I feel tired. I really do, because I went through all that. I can't believe it. The time is gone. You know, any young people here, please make all you can of today, because it just rushes by. I mean, it doesn't seem right. 70 years.
Really?
It really doesn't. You'll find out.
I'd be so lucky, yeah. Well, that is just a tiny taste of what Bruce has achieved so far. So to help us truly understand his success, what I've done is I've broken down his career into a series of manageable bite-sized chunks I'm calling Brucey bullet points. And what do points make? Right. Well, no, actually, they make very handy chapter headings for the different eras of Bruce's career. OK. So, let's start with Brucey bullet point 1, which I like to call Brucey the bright young thing. Hit it, band!
That's a marvellous.
My house band.
Yeah,
I love it. So, we're off. My first question to you would be this. Many performers, they often see or hear something or meet someone that gets them hooked into showbiz. Was there a particular moment for you?
Fred Astaire. From the age of 9, when I first saw a Fred Astaire film, and he danced, it just did something to my brain, my whole body, and all I wanted to do was dance. Fred Astaire films I'd go in and see at 3 or 4 times.
What was the first time you saw him, then? In a film?
In a film, I think it was Top Hat.
Top Hat, great. Well, let's see the clip that inspired you.
Oh,
Top
really?
Hat. Yes,
have you got that? Style. The best ever dancer was him.
But looking back, do you think it's now... Do you sort of see that moment of seeing Fred Astaire as almost like a destiny moment? Like, you had to see it, that was your life plan?
Yes, and it was the start of show business after that. But dancing was the thing that drove me mad.
And do you think your parents must have been quite intrigued, A, being told by their son they want to be a dancer, but also they must have suddenly thought, hang on, he can do this?
Well, they were my inspiration. They inspired me to do all I ended up doing.
And how amazing that they were supportive, because they could have easily said...
Oh, no, they wanted me... In fact, I think they had more ambition than I did.
Really?
Especially my mother, because she used to make all the little satin suits that I wore with sequins all over them. She'd stay up till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning making these little dancing suits, yes.
Because I read that you got too good for your local school, so you went to Brixton. It was a 5-hour round trip.
Well, you see, yeah, she did. She took me all the way to Brixton from where I lived. Yeah. This was during the war as well. I mean, bombs are falling down and all that sort of thing. And but it wasn't the dancing I wanted to do. It was what I call English tap dancing. Right. You know, which is all... Can I show you? Can I show you what I mean?
Yes, please!
English tap dancing is all...
Oh, let's spit river dancing, don't you say?
Oh, wait a minute, no. Just a minute. It's carpet. I thought I'd gone deaf. Why didn't you tell me? For goodness sake. But you see, that was all the English tap. It's all up on the toes. Now, American tap dancing, which I loved on film, was all bent knees.
Much more stylish.
All that kind of dancing, which I love. Why did you tell me it was carpet?
Sorry about that.
So that was the difference. So that's what I wanted to do, because that's what Fred Astaire did. So many other great dancers danced with the bent knees and the loose arms. It was much more free and easy.
And what about your first TV appearance? When was that, then?
That was before the war. Anybody could go along, you know.
Yeah.
It was Jasmine Bligh. Anybody old enough to remember Jasmine Bligh? Oh, I feel so
Someone
old.
say yes.
Those are the times I feel so old. I really do.
No, I remember. It's coming back to me now. Yeah. Jasmine. I thought it was
Jasmine Bligh, but she had this show that came from Alexandra Palace, which was the head of BBC then, and you could go along and she'd interview you, and then she'd say, well, that's been nice to talk to you. Now, if you want to get up and do your song and dance, which I did, and her final question is, well, what do you want to be, Bruce? What is your aim? I said, well, I want to be a star and buy my mum a fur coat. It was a bigger one than that, come on. Bigger than that. That's more like a bit false.
It's about you as a terrible with audiences you are, aren't you?
Yeah, terrible. I don't know what I'd do without them.
But that's such a sweet... Because buying a fur coat would have been the sign
that was the thing. If a woman had a fur coat, that was it. She was either one thing or the other. I didn't mean it like that. Get it? Didn't mean it like that at all. But yes, it was. And the other thing, if you were a male professional in the business, in show business, if you bought a Crombie overcoat, the Crombie overcoat was the signal that he was doing well.
Right.
So they were the two things that meant a lot in those days.
And so, in many ways, your first sort of break was auditioning for the Windmill Theatre.
Yes.
That just seemed like such an important place to be. You had to be there to be spotted.
Yes, you had to be spotted, and they were always very good because, you know, the girls in that show wore very, very little.
Do you know, I was about to say I wish I'd been around at that time. because of the people that were there, like Peter
No, they
Sellers, Tony
had the
Hancock.
sheerest of chiffon tops.
Oh, yeah.
That you could see right through.
Yeah. Well, it would have suited me very well.
Especially being as tall as you are. Wouldn't know where to look for the best.
I'd know where to look for the best. I would.
No, but you had to be careful, and I must say, when I was always very self-conscious about the girls being like that, so you'd always look them, believe me, straight in the eye.
Yeah.
If you danced with them, you'd look them, because you didn't want to have them looking all over you and all that. They didn't want that. But it was a wonderful experience. I mean, you can't buy that kind of experience.
Well, I was going to say, but there isn't that sort of experience anymore. Do you sometimes find yourself watching television and you can tell that someone hasn't had that sort of years of graft that you guys did? You can.
But you see you, if I may turn the tables.
Please don't.
No. But I've got to say this because I've thought this right from the first time I saw you. You could have fitted in to my age at the start of the business. In the 50s and 60s, you'd be just as popular and just as big then as you are now.
Well, it's because of the chiffon. I totally see that, Bruce. I don't get. Fair enough. Well, yes, so...
But you would. You'd fit
Bruce,
into
you're very
all those kind of people. You've got something about you that is, shall we say, ageless.
Thank you. No.
All right.
So, in 1958, after years of hard graft, Bruce got his big break on television. And earlier this week, we went on a little outing, and look where we ended up. Come on.
After you,
Got the showbiz stairs.
Yes, always
Thank
ladies
you.
first.
I love what they wear here. Don't you love what they wear?
fine.
No other West End show
George.
has that.
That's George.
Oh, you see, you know everyone.
I know everyone.
So here we are on the Palladium.
We are.
What's it like looking at the stage now? Are you getting nostalgic?
Very much so. This theatre means... Well, it changed my life completely. Yeah. I went from a summer season in Eastbourne with just 200 people, maybe on a Saturday night, and then travelling up to London to the Palladium with 2,500 people.
So how did it come about? Here was Sunday Night at Palladium with Bob Hope, you know, Bing Crosby, all these huge American stars, and you wangled yourself on the bill.
Well, you see, there was no O2 in those days.
No.
There were no stadiums and all that. This was
it.
the Mecca. I did have 16 years experience before I got the job, so I wasn't a sort of like fly-by-night person. But with me making such a hit on those first few weeks, I finished up with Sunday Night at the Palladium every Sunday.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sunday night at the London Palladium.
There were only 2 channels.
Yeah, of course.
So people didn't have a choice like they have today. Yeah. They used to get the church service over early so that people could get home. And the pub shut early because Sunday Night at the Palladium was coming. It was enormous.
I mean, you must have so many memories here, but do you have any defining favourite moment?
Norman was, well, that was a wonderful show to do, but Norman was hard to rehearse with because
Why?
Because he went through everything again and again and again. A lot of the sketches that we did, he'd done for so many years. He wanted it to work. He didn't want to do anything new. Or the only thing new that we did on that show was the dance. Lovely moments, lovely moments. But Norman was, he was so meticulous, it was unbelievable.
A hugely anticipated part of it was, of course, the game Beat the Clock.
It's time for Beat the Clock. We have a new jackpot which will start at £100, but we'll be seeing a little bit more of that later on.
So generally the contestants were all picked up on the night?
Just before the show, I'd come out and I'd get 2 couples from the stalls to make it fair, you see. 1 couple from the dress circle and another couple from the gods.
And what do you do for a living, John?
Well, I cart Nanden's rubbish.
You're a dustman?
A river dustman.
Oh, you're the one we got from the top out there. Oh, good. So you said you're a what? You're
a river dustman.
A river dustman?
I'm really on my lighterman, see.
Oh, I see, but you collect the dustbins along the river.
Well,
Do you remember the Potters with the shuttlecock?
Oh, yeah, with the shuttle. They were... How they did that
I
game.
know.
I mean, I was looking at the clip the other day and I just couldn't believe that the woman throws the shuttlecock and he catches it in his paper cup.
Lovely. Away with it. Good, good. That's 1. 2. Oh, look at this.
And those prizes you gave out to them was a very new thing on television.
They were quite expensive in those days.
I loved it when the woman kissed you and you sent her to Paris. She was so overexcited she gave you this massive kiss on the cheek and you were like, oh!
You have won a weekend in Paris. Yes? Oh. Well, Lily. Wait until you get to Paris, dear. Control yourself. Right.
Wow. Wow.
Isn't this a treat?
I have never stood on this stage before.
Miranda, this is a treat, isn't it?
How does it make you feel, being back here?
Brings back so many memories. You see, but it's got that atmosphere that you know, makes you feel good, makes you feel as though you're somebody, that they're all staring at you.
And just imagining you coming on here for the first time when you host it just must have been extraordinary.
Oh, it was terrifyingly beautiful.
Yeah.
It really was. From the terror you got, couldn't wait to get it over with and do it.
Yeah. Does it make you want to be back at that time, at that era now,
I'd
though?
love to go back. Because I'd enjoy it more. I'd just treat it as, oh, isn't this nice? Yeah, sort of soak it up.
Yeah.
And we may be doing a little dance, I think.
Might we?
Yes.
Well, we've got a chorus line here, because we're doing chorus line at the moment.
Well, you see...
I can't tell... I've never danced.
Well, never mind.
I love watching it. Wow.
Have you got it?
Does it look as though I've got it? I don't even know what it is, Bruce.
That's lovely. Lovely going
It was fun, wasn't it? Really fun.
I enjoyed that.
Now, we were laughing about the Potters, weren't we, who played Beat the Clock and the Shuttlecock game.
Yes.
Because we thought, how did they manage to get 3 in that cup in 30 seconds?
How they did it, I don't know. That looked very
It
difficult
looked very
to
difficult.
me.
And I think we should maybe play it and see.
What?
Are you on for it?
Oh, all right.
Yes. Right, let's go over here. Now, do you want to be the man, as it were, who did the thing?
Yes.
I'll be the woman.
All right,
Steady, I'm dropping shuttlecocks.
All I hope
so you stay there.
All I hope is this isn't a shuttlecock up.
Yeah, still got it. Tom from he's at the peak of his career.
Good. The peak of his career. Make the most of it.
And will you be my cock boy, if you pardon?
Yes, I will pick up your shuttlecock.
Thank you. Are you going to start us off?
Oh, yes, OK. Now, you've got... What did I used to say? I used to say you've got to get 3 in the cup in under 30 seconds, starting from now. Oh! Oh! It's getting nearer, it's getting nearer. Put the clock back. Put the clock back.
We didn't do it.
But that was fun. But what a difficult game. I still don't know.
I think they were...
What do you mean you got one
McFly,
in?
deal with that.
What do you mean? What do you mean you got one in?
I got one in. Right, moving on. Are you ready?
Moving on, yeah.
So, with his reputation as a showbiz heavyweight secured, it's time to move on to our next Brucey bullet point, which I'm calling Brucey, the 60s song and dance man.
Well, that was 60s.
Yeah.
I felt the 60s there.
Good.
Yes.
During this time, Bruce was working with not just the biggest names in Britain, but the world. And to prove it, here's the 1960 Royal Variety performance with the one and only Nat King Cole, Cheryl's dad. Not really. Take a look at this.
Cheryl's dad, I like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the very, very wonderful Nat King Cole. Very good luck, you and...
Thank you.
What's it going to be?
I'm going to sing,
Oh, no. That's my favourite.
It is.
I love that.
When I fall in love, it will be forever. Or I'll never fall in love.
He was the best, wasn't he? He'd already been on Sunday Night They played him before, because that was the Royal Variety performance. And they phoned me on the Sunday morning. They said, Bruce, Nat King Cole's here, because they knew I idolised him. So they said, if you get in quickly, you can do a number with Nat King Cole. And he was one of the most gracious people I've ever met. We met backstage, and what we're going to do. I said, well, I think a Paper Moon would be a nice number. And he said, now, what key do I do Paper Moon? I said, you do it in F, because I've learned it in F. I know you do that in F. So he said, I think I do, Bruce. I think I do. And That finished the rehearsal. We did it in 5 minutes, you know, because we both knew where we were going.
Yeah.
And do you know he spent the Palladium was empty, not a soul in the Palladium. They'd all gone to lunch. And he played and sang all the numbers from his latest LP, just for me, in an empty Palladium. Now, that is a special man to do that, because he knew I was so interested in him.
It's extraordinary.
Yeah, it was a wonderful moment.
And did your dad see you at the Royal Variety? Did they come along?
Yeah, my father. My mother never even saw me hit it big. She never saw me. Oh, yeah, yes, it was, because she had more ambition for me than I did. So I always felt very sad that she never saw, after all the years of sewing those little sequins onto the thing, that she never actually saw me be a big name in the business. Always. Today, it's even. Yeah. But I always say that she was up there, and I'm sure she met a couple of agents up there. And she got me the job. I still believe that to this day.
And then you started doing films in the 60s as well.
I did a couple of bits in films.
Yeah,
yes.
You did...
you can't remember yourself.
Bed knobs, because I didn't want to say it wrong.
What?
Bed knobs and broomsticks.
Oh, yeah.
That could go wrong.
Yes, it could be, yes. Especially
look,
after...
there you are.
Oh, that's right. I played a spiv in that.
Yeah.
And
you look quite spiffy there.
David Tomlinson is the guy there.
Was this you wanting to be in Hollywood, to do films? Was this kind of, I've done telly.
I missed so many, like Oliver.
Yes.
Because I nearly got the part for Oliver, yes. Lionel Bart phoned me himself, who wrote the whole thing.
Yeah.
He said, we're not quite sure whether this is going to work with Ron Moody. Yeah. There's a bit of a contractual thing going on. So for a whole week, I just hung about there waiting for another phone call. And in the end, he phoned back at the end of the week. He said, Bruce, he said, I know you'd love to play it. He said, but Ron, they've come to some arrangement, so he's going to do the part. Oh. And when you think of it, Ron Moody he was nominated for an Academy Award. Yeah. So that was a big disappointment.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I'll have another cry now. Where's the tissues?
Got no tissues.
Oh, never mind.
But did you
I'll be all right in a minute. Carry on. Carry on without me. You shouldn't have reminded me of that.
But we've been talking about you in the 60s. We haven't seen enough. Let's have a look at a clip. This is a clip from Whittaker's World Music.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
I'm not one for preaching a sermon, but I've got something to say. What the world needs now.
I'm sorry. Miranda, will you stop it? Miranda, stop it, please. I can't see any more of that.
Why not?
Well, look at me. Look at that shirt. I've got the measles or something. I can't have that. No. And I don't sound like that now. What the birthday's now? Enough. And it's true, when people do an impression of me, they still do an impression of me as though I'm 30 years old. They always go, nice to see you, nice. I can't... Sorry, I shouldn't interrupt that.
That's absolutely fine.
You know, I couldn't bear it.
It's just amusing being opposite Bruce Forsyth doing an impression of himself. It's a bit hilarious.
You try. Nice to see you. Go on, do it. Nice to see you. Go on.
No, because you don't speak like that.
I don't. There you are.
That's not you. Do you find it frustrating? Do you hate it?
Well, no, it makes me laugh, actually, because I know I don't talk like that.
Well, if we can't see you singing then, can we see you and hear you singing now, maybe?
All right. OK.
Would you?
Fine. Yes.
Right. I'll introduce you.
Yeah, all right. Well, I don't want to walk across your shop.
What earth is going on? You could have gone
because you've got your camera there.
Yes, but you could have
want to
interrupt. So, with this interpretation of the Frankie Valli classic, Can't Take My Eyes Off of You, please go wild for Sir Bruce Forsyth.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you.
You'd be like heaven to touch. I want to hold you so much. At long last love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Pardon the way that I stare. There's nothing else to compare. The sight of you leaves me weak. There are no words left to speak. But if you feel like I feel, please let me know that it's real. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you.
Singing about me. Time to move on to the next big chapter in his career. Yes, another Brucey bullet point, which I'm calling Talking About Your Generation Game. Thank you. Too modest to say this, so I'm going to say it for him. During the 70s, the Generation Game was getting over 20 million viewers every single week, and my family was one of them. I loved it. It's one of the greatest game shows ever. Here's why.
Take one. Where do they get these people?
Switched on now, I think we've got back.
Parrot goes like this.
Starting from now.
Take four. Oh, come on. We'll cut that out afterwards.
You naughty boy.
Kick that about if I were you.
I think I'm going to really like this part. I love doing that show. I love doing it because I could fool around. I had fun doing it all the way through, and you never knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I love being in shows that you don't know what's going on.
Because you must have felt at the top of your game.
Oh yes, it was, and because it became hugely popular.
And you were, you know, seriously famous at this point. Do you enjoy being famous? Did you enjoy then?
Oh yes, although the Palladium was just as big in a way of
yeah,
being...
because what I'm intrigued by is that a lot of your peers at this point, so Tony Hancock or Tommy Cooper, you know, Eric Morecambe, they all sort of suffered from stress, from the fame and the pressure of it, whereas you seem to sort of take it in your stride. Are you much more of a calm and controlled person than those?
Well, I'm a much more relaxed person when I'm not working. People think that I'm that mad, sort of dashing around character all the time. I couldn't stand living with him.
Right.
I really couldn't stand it. So I'm much more relaxed in my personal life.
Okay.
And I like having the contrast between the two, you know.
So you can switch off?
Oh, I can switch off, but then I can switch on.
You can? And we thank you for switching on. Do you have a favourite Generation Game clip?
Oh, it was this lady. She had to play the part, I think, of the French maid who was called Phoebe.
Oh,
that's it.
Yes.
Phoebe.
Do you remember? Yes.
She was called Phoebe, and she was. You can't write stuff the way she did this.
Phoebe, when you come in, your first line is at the back of the door. When you get your cigarette, your line is written on the cigarette. You read it off the cigarette, and the last line you do, when I put you in the cupboard, in the cigarette's in the cigarette box, dear.
Right, you need those.
Does she need those? French mate, the glasses on. All right, wear your glasses, dear.
That's what I read.
No,
But I can't see anything if I put them on now.
Oh, I see. You've got to. Have we really got research people on this show? A French maid who's called Daphne and blind as a bat. Anyway. Come in, Fifi. Have a cigarette.
Oh, monsieur, you are very, very naughty.
I haven't done a thing yet. Take your fag, for God's sake, give it. I was just hanging my coat up in the cupboard.
You always hang your coat up in the hall cupboard.
Next question, Bruce. Next question. Is it true? I've got the next question written on there. Is it true the thinker pose came from the Generation Game?
Yes, you're absolutely right. You know, I did that there again for a bit of fun. Before we started the show rehearsal, just for the boys and the crew, the spotlight hit me, and I was standing. I said, I can't just stand there. That'll look a bit cheesy. So, not telling them, I just went into my pose. And then after they said, yeah, keep it, it was funny. It looked funny that you're standing there in the thing. Brilliant. And there again, it was born.
There it was born. Yeah. And the Sun at this point, the Sun newspaper called you the most important man in television. I mean, you really were riding high, yeah.
Yeah, well, who believes them?
Well, fair enough, but take that one. Take that one, that's a nice one.
I'll take that one, yes, I'll take it.
Yeah. And you made a brilliant return to Generation Game in the 90s.
Yes.
Would you ever do it again?
Well, I love it. It may be a bit old hat now. There's been so much reality, you know. I don't know.
Well, we need to get back to entertainment, Bruce.
Oh yeah, well, I love entertainment.
Yes, me too.
That's me. I love it.
So, at the top of his game and the height of his popularity, Bruce quit the Generation Game and switched to ITV. Well, we've all done it, except my grandmother. She'd rather die than watch something with adverts. So, let's open another chapter and a brand new Brucey bullet point, which I'm calling Commercial Break. Generation Game, watched by millions, loved by millions, the press adore you, you're riding high. What made you stop?
Well, I just felt as though I'd done the show for long, and I didn't think there was more to be got out of the show. And I wanted to do something maybe a bit different.
So the offer from LWT for Bruce's Big Night was
yes.
therefore an offer too good to refuse, really?
Yes, exactly.
And did you...
And it was a different kind of show. But I think it would... I could even stand a bit of a chance now. And we did have wonderful guest stars.
Well, extraordinary. I mean, you had Elton John, Dolly Parton, Bette Midler. Let's have a look.
What he's done to some of my dear friends in the business. I mean, look what he did to Michael Parkinson. Mind you, he deserves it, but I mean...
Do you like more or less?
It's a little bit funny.
It certainly is.
That shines in me like the morning sun.
Whenever you be my spring.
What's up with you, for goodness sake?
I can't believe it, looking at that clip of all the stars. Actually, critically, it didn't go down, did it?
No, the press had a real go at it, actually, because I'd left the Generation Game, and I must say, LWT at the time made it seem as though it was going to be... And if you overemphasise that something is going to be so great, you can be a bit disappointed.
And were you devastated when they...
Yes, and they had a real go, and the ratings weren't all that good. But then we persevered with the show, and we finished with 14 million, which, you know, was a wonderful thing to achieve at the end of it. I never regret doing it, because it was a lovely show to do.
You did something with Sammy Davis Jr. on Bruce's Big Night.
Yes, he was a guest. He was a guest on that show.
And do you still say that the special that you then did with him was your favourite thing ever?
Oh, the special I did with Sammy Davis, I often look back at it and think, yeah, that was the best show I've ever done.
Let's have a look.
Stole my heart away. Makes me dream all day.
Dreams I know can never be true.
Seems as though I'll never be blue.
Sometimes I'm happy.
Rhythm.
Sometimes I'm blue.
Music.
My disposition depends on you. Dancing in the dark till the tune ends. We're dancing in the dark, and it soon ends, and we will face the music together, dancing in the dark.
Yesterday.
La, 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 dee, da, dee, da.
That is about a third of that medley. We did every song that was ever written and put together. It's quite something.
I love watching it because I do think you look the happiest you've ever looked.
Oh,
you look like I
couldn't have been happier. It was
amazing.
Wonderful.
Well, we've seen that you can sing, you can dance, you can make us laugh. Next, you'll be telling us you can play the piano.
Well, that's what I am going to do.
Oh, right. Are you going to do that now?
I'm going to play the piano.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah. With your permission. That's lovely.
Permission granted.
You have a choice.
Yes.
You have a choice. You can either have Grieg's Piano Concerto or Misty.
Grieg's Piano Concerto.
Well, you're going to get Misty.
Right. Playing Misty, because he evidently doesn't know how to play Grieg's Piano Concerto, it's Bruce Forsyth.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, boys. Thanks a lot. OK. Thank you very much.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Because
What's the matter?
what people don't know is that actually I can hold a tune.
You mean you play the piano?
Yes, oh yes.
Well, it must be the best-kept secret in show business.
Yes. I have a little feeling that people might like it if we played something together.
You think they would?
Yeah.
Would you? Well, you've made me an offer I've got to put up with.
Yeah.
OK.
There we go.
OK. You've got music as well.
Sorry.
That's all right, darling.
Right. If you just...
OK, well...
Just a bit further down.
OK.
Actually, if you just... Sorry, just a bit further.
All right.
Just a bit further down. There we go.
What you're trying to say is you want to play this bit?
Yeah.
You want to be the main...
Yes, please.
The main artist in this. OK, fine. I can get a bit nearer.
You right?
OK, fine.
Right. You ready?
Yeah.
I'll count us in.
Right.
A 5, 6, 4, 9.
Yeah. I think I better count this in.
Sure.
They're going to count me out in a minute. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I've got the giggles. Big finish.
There we are.
Oh, too quick. Let's get back over that. Into our forage into all things Forsyth. It's another Brucey bullet point. Bruce, the game show golden boy.
Oh, dear.
So game shows. This was your big game show. We're talking...
Yeah.
We have, I mean, so many. Play your cards right. In fact, let's have a look at some play your cards right.
We asked 100 taxidermists. We talk to everybody. If you could practice your skills on people, would you like to stuff Bruce Forsyth? I should read these beforehand. How many taxidermists said yes, if they could practice their skills on people, they would like to stuff Bruce Forsyth? What do you think, Will?
Well, for me, I say no.
You'd say no yourself?
Say no.
If you were a
Myself.
taxidermist. Thank you, Will.
But, they might have other ideas, so...
Well, if I had my way, I'd have stuffed in my all any time.
In your hole. So when people, so when people came in, they'd see a stuffed Bruce Forsyth.
Yeah.
Well, that's lovely to know, dear.
And I could say good morning and good night.
Good morning and good night, and we could have a little dance as well.
I really would.
All right, so how many out of 100 do you think?
37.
38?
Did you
I enjoy playing your cards, because there again, I could have fun.
Yeah.
All the way through with the questions, I could have fun. You never knew what the contestants were going to be like, which was always fun for me to pick on something that they did that was funny.
So did you feel like you were getting away from your comedy roots a bit at this time?
Yes, when I look back, I do realise, and I know this for a fact, I did too many game shows. But you see, you could do them so quick and the money was fantastic.
Was money often a decider for you? Was it hard to turn it down?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because it was so quick, you see. You could do a whole series of 16 shows in 2 weeks.
Wow.
See, you do 2 a day, 4 days a week.
Yeah.
So, and you've done a whole series.
But do you love working? Do you find it hard to say no? Do people ever think you're a workaholic?
No, because I do take a lot of time off, you see. I go to Puerto Rico for at least
3 months every year, which keeps me fresh when I come back. I'm ready to work, and that's good. So I do take it easy a lot of the time.
Do you have that performer thing of, I better say yes, because somebody else might take and it might all end, that we all have?
No, because who else could they ask?
That's brilliant. Well, fair point. I mean, you joke, but did you genuinely feel that?
No. I feel if a show feels good and it sounds good and the format sounds right, OK, I'll do it.
Yeah. We're going to move on to our next era.
Yeah, I think you better. I'm running out of eras.
So, now we reach the part of Sir Bruce's career I'm calling the, well... yeah, era. That's the... era. Just shush! Really? Just
I know, carried away. Carried away.
So, I think we've gathered that I'm calling this the Strictly era. Shush! The Strictly era. So, you do an appearance on Have I Got News For You, and you'll suddenly... everyone goes, wow, he's brilliant. We'd briefly, for about a year, forgotten how brilliant he is. And you get... because you always say, oh, the phone stopped ringing, and then you look at your CV and you go, well, it was about 9 months he didn't work in about 2000. And suddenly you're offered Strictly. Did you jump at the chance? Were you worried?
Well, I was getting a tour all ready to do with the National Youth Jazz Orchestra,
right,
who were all musicians under the age of 25, and I thought with a 75-year-old in front of them, this could be quite interesting, could develop into something else. And then Strictly came along, and there again, I had the wrong idea about Strictly. I thought it was going to be a comedy show with these contestants trying to dance. They wouldn't be able to. People would be falling all over the place, and I'd be amongst them almost like the Generation Game, picking them up and doing things. Okay. But I didn't realise that there's nobody more competitive than a ballroom dancer. Ballroom dancers they're as competitive as any athlete, believe me. When they've got their number on their back, in the old days when they were doing competitions, they wanted to win. And they somehow got this into the celebrities. The celebrities got a little bit good at it, and then we had a different show, a show which had much more to it, that the celebrities were also being competitive, and then it turned out to be such a wonderful, wonderful show. And, you know, it just works. How it works, I don't know. There's so many different things in that show. You think, well, on paper, no, I don't think that could work. But it does. Every little bit. And I'm on and off like a blue-tailed fly.
Yourself?
Yes.
Let's have a look at some of the fantastic Strictly moments.
To twirl you.
Flash dance with a quick step, and all I got was a quick flash. Kevin! Fancy scoring so early in the evening. Right. Don't tell the others. You're my favourite. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's why the lady in the train.
I'm here every Saturday.
Suddenly you're sort of doing a different thing. You're sort of presenting, like you're saying, you didn't feel...
Yes, I'm a presenter in that show, which is my job.
Yeah.
But I can't get amongst it. I can't, like a Generation Game or play your cards. I do that. But it just works. The whole thing works. And it is a fabulous show in the way...
Well, and you do manage to put your comedy stamp on it as much as you can, I suppose.
Yeah, as much as I can.
Yeah. And do you still love it? Do you still love the business?
Oh, yes, I love it. Just the... And when I walk on, like when I came on tonight, I don't feel 85. I feel 30, 35, maybe 40, as old as you.
As old as me.
Nearly that.
I feel pretty old.
But I don't feel that.
No.
I don't feel it. Tomorrow I might not even be able to get out of bed, but right now, and when we first started this evening, I felt 30 again. It's amazing that happens, but it does, because it's what performing is all about, how you feel.
Do you think you need it?
Oh, yes, I need it. It's a part of me. Yeah. I'm a very relaxed person, in many ways, much more relaxed than people imagine. But I do need it. I need that fillip of walking on and feeling good. And if it's been a good night, if it's been a good show, then you feel great. Yeah. There's no feeling in the world like pleasing an audience and knowing they've liked you. And that they've liked you, like when I do the one-man show for 2 hours, and you know you've left them and they're still enthusiastic.
And you got the chance to then be knighted, be Sir Bruce, of course.
Yes, well, that was quite something.
Did that mean a lot?
This is my little knight's badge, actually.
Is it? Is it?
That's my knight's badge.
Oh, wow, look, there you are, being knighted.
That was the most wonderful day. Most wonderful. That was everything happened that year. It was the show had done well. Everything else had gone so good, and then to get that as well. And do
you like being called Sir Bruce? Does it feel sort of your life complete?
To me, to be called Sir Bruce is a lot more friendly than being called Mr. Forsyth. You know, Mr. Forsyth can be quite, but when there's something friendly about Sir Bruce. But I never say to people, if they say it, it's very, very nice. Yeah. And you gave me a curtsy when I came on, so
rightly so.
That showed a bit of respect. But
showed his royalty.
You haven't called me Sir Bruce yet, but maybe you will before.
I'm so sorry, Sir Bruce. So, it's come to the point of my final question. And there's so much I could still ask. I was going to say take you away and continue chatting to you, but that might sound wrong and unnerving for you. But there's so much I would love to talk about.
And I'm not getting bored.
OK.
I love people talking about me.
Good.
If
I have to ask one final question...
final question.
I'll ask this.
Yes.
Are there two character traits about you that you think have particularly endeared you to such a long and successful career?
I love to make contact with an audience. Contact is vital to me, because without them, I've got nothing. I've got nothing to offer. I try to make them think, to think that I'm grander than I am. Right. And when they know that I'm not grander than I think I am, that's a funny thing for me to play on. I love them to laugh when they shouldn't do.
Yeah. Oh, and to thank you for taking the time to talk to me. It's been such an honour, honestly. And thank you, a personal thank you for all your hard work and all the joy you've certainly given me. Well, I'm sure you'll all agree it's been an absolute honour to go through Bruce's career and relive so many highlights. No one can dispute how hard he's worked, how talented he is, and how much pleasure he's brought millions of people. And to think it all began as a small boy back... Actually, do you know what? I realise I've never asked you.
What?
Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from London.
Yeah.
North London. North London. Whee! North London, and as a matter of fact, my father, he had a garage there.
Well, he did, or a garage, you might say.
Oh, yeah, well, maybe, yeah. But where are you from?
Hampshire.
Oh, Hampshire. Is that where hurricanes hardly ever happen? Well, look, Miranda, I know we're getting to the end of the show, but there's no need to go all Queen Boadicea with me.
Boudica.
Pardon?
Well, it's Queen Boudica, isn't it?
Oh. I suppose it's in the pronunciation.
Oh, dear. Pronunciation.
Well, this is beginning to sound like the intro to a song.
Isn't it? Yeah. Do you think the audience are ready for this?
Well... we'll soon find out. We'll soon find out. Here we go. Boudica. I I say either.
Well, I say either.
I say neither.
And I say neither.
Either.
Either.
Neither.
Neither.
Let's call the whole thing off. I love potatoes.
Well, I like potatoes.
I like tomatoes.
And I like tomatoes.
Potato.
Potato.
Tomato.
Tomato.
Let's call the whole thing off. But oh,